It is the vital, beating heart of a great, diverse city. The only place we have where day and night alike, people from a whole region can come together, shed their cares, check each other out, renew a sense of themselves, and sometimes stretch their hopes and make their dreams larger. But the facts about Times Square in its present condition add up to what we can see. It doesn't look as glittering as before. And the present sense of tarnish has much more to do with the fact that property owners in the area have simply stopped spending money on their buildings until the zoning becomes more certain. The strength of Times Square can be found in its statistics. The total economic impact on the city every year of the Broadway legitimate theaters is almost $750 million. 8 to 10 million people see Broadway shows in a year. The Times Square first-run movie theaters sell more tickets than the rest of the movie houses in the city combined. The brilliance of the lights and the signs. At night, you can't miss the impact of 200 miles of neon. Daytime shows the structure of the signs. They're stepped back, up and away from the viewer, because they stand on buildings that are grouped in the shape of a shallow bowl. Stacked signs form the sloping walls of a tremendous, well-proportioned outdoor room, like a circus tent roofed by the sky. The design of this bowl of light, even interrupted by a few high-rises, is a critical component of Times Square's ability to operate effectively. There are the theaters. Their architects invented a whole new concept, something planners are just now recognizing. The idea, totally American, public, and democratic, was to build a theater that would extend the atmosphere of the drama from the stage to the auditorium, to the lobby, and out to the street, surrounding the audience and the passers-by as well, in a single, playful, magic experience. The presence of so many theaters built in this spirit, crowded next to hotels, restaurants, shops, amusement parlors, signs, and lights, all created in the same spirit, is what makes Times Square an entertainment district and not just a series of theaters around a plaza. Many of the theaters are national treasures, having the sightlines of an arena and the acoustics of a concert hall. They have been likened to great musical instruments like Stradivarius or Guarneri violins for their special ability to fuse the focused power and sense of wonder that only a live performance can create. And these theaters, because of their continuous history, offer an accumulation of such experiences. Fred and Adele Astaire danced at the Winter Garden, where Cats dance now. Jolson sang there, and Fanny Brice, and Barbra Streisand as Fanny Brice. Sarah Bernhardt and the Marx Brothers, and Judy Garland and Bette Miller and Diana Ross have all played the Palace.
Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway, the hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway.
If you look through photographs of the history of Times Square, you see a lot of social history there, the kinds of things that were important to people, the kind of theater and movies and entertainment that they liked.
Unbelievable displays of animation before there was a Walt Disney.
So it was worthwhile for the movie company to build a spectacular display just for the movie. The very famous movies like Joan of Arc and the Charlie Chaplin movies and the movie called Carnegie Hall, all of those had their own neon displays.
Its timeless landmarks are institutions unto the world. The Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, and at the heart of the city, and heated controversy, Times Square. Times Square is to New York as Pigalle is to Paris, and Piccadilly to London. It is, for better or worse, the heart from which a pulsating beat of urban energy flows. However, with current redevelopment plans in the wings, the lights may soon grow dim. Times Square is an American institution, a mirror, a clock, a barometer of a society's time.
When you don't have money and you've got to just enjoy yourself, it was an event just coming here. If I can make you believe that just being in Times Square in the old days was an evening's entertainment, because the dazzling lights, the excitement, they used to say that this was the Great White Way. I'm not sure it is anymore, though it's still an exciting place to be in. I hope they keep it that way. It was just a dazzling display. But as I say, if you didn't just come for the shows, just being in Times Square was in itself an event. The reason for that is these dazzling electric light signs are so exciting that it's like a show in itself. It's almost like it's a performance. There, the Times building behind you there had the zipper, the flashing electric light of the news of the day, and people would just stop and watch the news.
I've been here working here 37 years. The stand has been in the family for 65 years, since from 1919. We've seen everything from high-class people going to shows around here, all the way down to the pornographic movies and places that come into the city. I've been serving the people very well here. I've been giving them ideas, giving them information what to do, what not to do, all my friends here. I've been here, I told you, most of my life. And I feel that being here on this property here, I feel that I should be compensated or should be able to stay here or be relocated or come back here in time.
Motion picture concerns also face eviction. Producer and theater owner, Leonard Clark.
Even if they tell us to, we're just not giving it up. They're going to have to come down here and take us out of here. We're not moving off these premises. We own the premises, they belong to us, and that's our position. And we're not going to give it to them. The people want to go to the movies. The people want their bargain prices, their low admissions, their double features. What eventually is going to happen if the city takes these theaters and tries to put shows in them, they're going to remain dark, there won't be any shows, and they're going to have a blighted area. They're going to have an area with no people, with dark theaters, and Times Square will disappear completely. There will be no Times Square.
Entertainment is a thing that everybody needs. It's a thing that buckles you up. It's a thing that makes you feel good. It's a thing that gives you some inspiration and some hope. And that is what is happening on 42nd Street for minorities in particular. Minorities, the pocketbook is the important thing with them, the minority and the poor. And the pocketbook structure, the economics on 42nd Street in the theaters is an ideal situation for the minorities. As a matter of fact, you can go to 42nd Street, you see a double feature picture, costs you $3.
Times Square, a gaudy, flashy, sleazy side of the Empire State's crown jewel, or a beautiful immortal institution that must be saved. But how? And what price are we willing to pay for progress? Destruction of a national landmark, a social icon? Who will determine when the last New Year's ball will drop and the first wrecking ball strike? The questions may be bigger than the answers. It has been said that for an institution to become immortal, it must first die. Only time will tell in Times Square.
Because the people who are here, the entrepreneurs on 42nd Street, are not going to